Hello everyone. So glad that you can accompany me on my first video for this plant channel. I am so happy to be here finally after so long. I don't know whether you know this, but I have a Spanish channel and I've had it for several years, and I always said, you know what? I want to get an English speaking channel, and I do have subscribers that are English speaking watching the Spanish channel. I don't know whether I understand it or not, but I guess the captions work. But I'm so happy that you are here accompanying me on this very first English speaking video. Today I have something special for you. I'm going to be doing the tours first on this channel, so you are aware of what plants I have. I am a house plant lover. I do have several plants. I'm not really sure how many I have because I never really sat down and counted them. But I do like aroids. I do like orchids. I do like so many house plants, and I want to share those with you. We're going to be talking about their requirements of how to put them beautiful for you, things that you can learn. I have learned so much from different channels, and I started from scratch actually. I always had that passion for plants when I was small, and I remember my first experience with plants was my parents had a room in Maryland. I lived in Maryland, and there was a spare room, and I asked my mom, you know what, if you're not going to use it, let me have it. So she said, okay, go ahead, do whatever you want there. It's more like a playroom, but you know what, I used it for plants. I had a total of 29 African violets, beautiful blooms. I really took care of them. They had a small window above, and I decided to do something I should not have done. It was a traumatic experience actually, because I got the fertilizer and I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna put a little bit more fertilizer to make sure that they look beautiful and prettier than they do already. And I killed 29 African violets. I was traumatized. It took me several years to recoup from that. But you know what? That love for plants still stayed. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna start it up again, and I'm gonna take good care of them. And the plants know, believe it or not, the plants know when you really wanna take care of them, when you really wanna make them pretty, when you wanna take care of them through soils, proper soils, substrates, proper elimination, proper watering techniques, anything that we can learn. I will try to bring all that experience to you, so we are all aware of certain plants have different requirements. So yeah, I'm going to be going one by one, and if I see that it has something special, I will let you know. But we're going to start. I do have a cabinet, IKEA cabinet. I do have an IKEA greenhouse. Basically, it's a cabinet with windows, with glass doors. But I have the Ikea Milsbo tall, and I have the Fitzjoy shelves, and I have balcony back there. I do have plants that are receiving the morning light, morning sun, and then I have downstairs. Downstairs I do have most of my philodendrons, which are receiving a lot of illumination. And is it raining? No, it's not raining, but it looks like it will be. So I do want to invite you to subscribe to this new channel. I would really appreciate your support. And if you like the video, thumbs up, share, and activate the bell right beside the subscription, and you'll be able to get all the notifications when I upload another video. So let's get going with the video, and let's see the plants. I'm going to start the tour with my IKEA Milsbo tall, and right there I do have a lot of Hoyas. I do have other plants also, so we're going to go one by one, and hopefully we can learn something along the way. So I am so happy you are here with me, and let's get going. start with this beauty. This is the Milsbo tall, Ikea Milsbo tall cabinet. And this one is just a stand that I got in Marshall. And we're gonna go ahead and see what's inside and what we can learn from there, right? Okay, so starting off, I'm gonna show you the bicycle. I have an Epipremnum Jade, or a classic, which has no variegation. This one, believe it or not, it took me a while to find because I have so many with variegation, and I wanted the green solid one, you know, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna look for it. So yeah, that's what I did. And finally found it. So we're gonna go into the cabinet. Let's see. Right now it's at 79% humidity and 80.4 degrees Fahrenheit inside the cabinet, as you can see it. Okay, and it will keep going down since I have opened the door. Okay, we're gonna start off. Oh, by the way, I do have Bettina lights and some fans going on 20, well, I'd say like 14 hours a day, which always have the ventilation here going. Okay, we're gonna go with the first one. Let's go here. This one is the Hoya Philodendron, and as you can see, it barely has water. It is in pond, which is my favorite substrate for Hoyas. And I am trying to keep these tendrils within checked within the trellises so that they don't go all over the place, which they tend to do. Okay, in the back I have Alocasia, Alocasia Silver Dragon. Those are from corms, which are the seeds that Alocasias leave off, and that is an aroid mix. I do tend to like Alocasias better in pond, but I do have some in aroid mix, and I will explain what aroid mix, my aroid mix recipe, and the items that it has. This one is the Hoya Monstera, and it has beautiful leaves, a little bit of ripple, and these have not flowered since they are rather new to my collection. This was a propagation, and I don't remember offhand what type of plant that was. It doesn't look like a Hoya, and it could be a peperomia or it could be a ficus, but I'll wait and see a little bit later. Okay, in the back, I have the Regal Shield. This one looks like it's dying off. But these are new leaves. We have the Regal Shield, Alocasia Regal Shield, and it's growing really nice. As you can see, beautiful, beautiful design on the leaves with a very bright green veining. But yeah, this one had died off, and I put the corms in, and there they are, and they seem to like the pond. Okay, the next Hoya that I have is the Hoya Nicholsoni, the New Guinea Ghost, and it does have a little bit of water. This one is like a minty color, and it's growing very good. It was smaller like a couple months ago, and it's growing new leaves, and I'm really happy on its growth. Okay, and here we have a tender from down on the bottom. Let's see if I can take it out of here. Okay, good. Okay, this was my first experiment on pond, and I really liked the results. Therefore, I did order a big bag of pond, which is very costly, but I am super happy with it. This one is the Alocasia S1-E1. This one is a very pretty leaf color, especially in the sunlight. And it reflects goldish. Right now it's not reflecting that much, but this is a new leaf, so I am super happy. Here is a third one. It was staying with the alocasia two-leafer for a long time, and we have this new one, and that makes it 3, so I am super happy it's growing. Okay, this one right here, we have the Hoya Sanjai. Let's see if I can focus right. I did make this heart-shaped trellis, and it's growing very nicely. The leaves are very soft. They're hard, but the top layer is a very soft, smooth, velvety feeling. And yeah, it's really nice. I think this one is already flowered for me. Yeah, it already has. It has a, yeah, I think this one's a peduncle right there. Oh, I know it has flowered for me, which is really nice. The flowers weren't as pretty as some other ones, but they were really nice. Okay, that's the top layer right there. And I do have this little decoration back here, sun catcher. It's not exactly what I was expecting, but I have it there to bring some color into this cabinet, and I really do like sun catchers, so yeah, go ahead with that. Okay, we're gonna go to the second level. This one is the Hoya cortesii. This one I did have it trailing, and it was really nice, but I didn't have the room inside the cabinet to provide it for a hanging plant, so I trellised it, and it's growing very nicely, very nice and full within the trellis. And this one I think has flowered, and if I can, I will add the flowers so you can see them. Okay, back here we have the Hoya Waiitii tricolor. I do like it when it gets sun stressed, especially with this light. So it comes out like pink, like a hot pink fuchsia, and it's really nice. But this one I really have to keep an eye on it, because we do have, we call it cochinilla, which is, it likes going on this one, and I always have to keep an eye on it. And whenever I do get it, then I just add some alcohol, 70% alcohol, and it does the job. Okay, this one right here is the Hoya locanosa. This one is the classic one. This is the regular one. It has no color on the leaves like some other ones, but guess what? We have some flowers. And let me tell you something, they are very sweet smelling. Sweet smelling, delicious, yes, that is a go for me. Okay, then we have the Hoya Kuminiana. This one has been growing a lot. I bought it with just one stem, and the stem was up to here, and look at all this. This has been happening within the past couple months, so I am really shocked how fast it's been growing and how the Hoyas seem to like pond. So I'm really happy about that. Okay, so let's go to the front. This one right here, I'm not sure what kind of plant this is, and I think if I can find it, I will let you know. But we do have some growth here, and here, and here, and here. And I have another one, which is really cute. I really like this pot, and what I did is I just found some plastic cups that I can use to put in here, and guess what? It needs some water. So I will add some water as soon as I finish here. Okay, then we have the Hoya Calistophylla, or the longleaf, the Calistophylla longleaf. I think this leaf is so pretty. Oh wow. And guess what? It had dried off here when I bought it, and I said, well, I'm just gonna have to wait until there's some growth. And guess what? We do have a new growth coming out of here, which is great. I'm super happy. Super happy. Okay, let me continue with the Hoya David Comungiana. David Comungii. Okay. And this one is growing very nice. And like I said, this tendril is a little long, so I will be very careful not to chop it off when I'm re-trellising this thing. Oh, okay. Well, I'll spend some time with it. Make sure it gets within the trellis. The one in the back is the Hoya Croniana Black Leaf EPC 943. This one looks a lot like the Lacanosa, and it has a little bit of splash right here. I don't know if you can see it. And the black leaves. So look at this. This one has been flowering. They flower basically around the same time. I think the Lacanosa and the Croniana. So this one, I'm not sure why it doesn't have flowers, but it did flower a little while ago, and the flowers were, oh, the sweet smell of that. It smells like lilac, and I don't know what else, but it is just really sweet, very nice. Okay, this is one of my favorites. I really like this one. Let me see if I can show you the name. It's a Hoya AFF. I misspelled it. It's a Villosa Cao Bong Vietnam. It's misspelled there. I'll fix that one. And I did add some little ornaments because I think it's so cute. Oh, by the way, I do like putting ornaments in my plants. It makes it look so pretty. Okay, now this leaf is very pretty, as you can see. And I haven't seen the flower on this, and the tip dried. So I'm waiting for new growth, and I think we might have some new growth right there. It's a weird name. But the feel of the leaf, it's so velvety. It is really soft, really, really soft. I could continue feeling this plant. These leaves are just so awesome. They're really soft. Oh, wow. It's a very, very thick leaf, hard, but a top layer of velvet. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay, that concludes the second shelf of this cabinet. Okay, on the third level, I decided to order a horseshoe acrylic shelf because I do have some plants that are tall. So I wanted the tall ones to go here and the propagations on the side, and they do receive another light, but this one's a little stronger and warmer too. So yeah, they've been doing pretty good. And then by accident, I went to see my daughters on the west side of Puerto Rico, and I forgot to water one of these plants. Oh, I forgot to water some of these plants, and they dried, and I put some water as soon as I got here, so hopefully they'll plump up again. Okay, now this one right here, this one, I had two tendrils, two stems of the linearis, one, but I decided to try out an experiment, and I put this one in pond, and I put another one in aeroid. Well, the aeroid died for some reason. It just did not like it, and I found out that yes, this one does like pond. It has been growing, and I'm going to prop it pretty soon so I can get another one and make it a lot fuller. But that's like Nina, just be patient. Be patient, or get some more. So yeah, that's like an experiment, and hopefully this will be nice and full eventually. But yeah, I have one stem of the linearis. Okay, this one is here, which is here. This one, I don't know what it is. I bought it as an Archibaldina, and it is not an Archibaldina, and I noticed it by the leaf and also the flower, but I still don't know. So I'll just leave this as a no ID. I do have it in moss, and I do have it in pond, and they're both growing nicely. I believe the moss is doing better though. We'll see that a little bit later. Okay, then we have the Croniana, which is it looks like a very splashy one, and that one had another leaf, but it died off. So I'm just waiting and see. Okay, this is one that this is one that kind of dried off. You see how the leaves are a little bit wrinkly? And I put the water in the correct level, so I can tell by the bottom, self-watering, that they needed water, so I put it in, and I'm waiting for it to plump up. This is the Eskimo. This is the Croniana Eskimo, which is a very minty, grayish leaf color. And we'll just cross my fingers. This one's dried up a little bit also, but also is receiving some humidity, so hopefully it'll be better. And this is the Bella variegated, and this is the outer variegated Bella. And it has been growing, but you can see it was a little dried off, so I gotta keep on top of it, make sure it has the water that it requires. Now this one right here, this is the Peperomia Hope propagation. When I got it, it was doing well, and then it died off, and I said, well, I'm not very good with peperomias. But before it died, I had already propped it, or put it in a prop box. And yeah, I got it. So it seems to like the humidity. I put it in pond, and it's growing. Very nice. I really do like the coin-shaped leaves. So yeah, I'm super glad I was able to get another prop of that, of the Peperomia Hope. Now this one over here, we have it in a heart-shaped trellis that I had already made. And basically it's with a galvanized wire with jute string around it. And that's how I make the trellis. And this one in particular has flowered for me several times for me. It is in pond, and it stresses very beautifully. I really do like this one. The flowers are beautiful. They're simple but beautiful. And I'll see if I can put a photo of the flowers. And then in the back, I have a Corticii prop. Okay, and this one's growing. It grows pretty good. Actually, it wasn't very difficult to prop this one. Let me see how tall. Okay, it's growing. So I have extras just in case. And then this one over here is the Macrophylla prop. And as you can see, we have a whole entire leaf that came out green actually. It will eventually turn cream color. And then we have the one leaf of the Hoya obovata Splash. Now this one, it's not, what can I say? If it doesn't have a node, it will not grow. But they were selling it for $5, and I said, let me try it out. So I'm hoping against all odds that it will grow. So I'm just keeping it there, watering it, and see what happens. Okay, this is the one, the No ID, that I told you about. Now this one is growing in moss, sphagnum moss, and it's doing so well. It's like a lot better than the previous one that I had seen, that I had shown you, that I have in pond. But yeah, that is the third level. Now the bottom level is some props. Now this one over here is the Carrii, and this is slightly variegated within the inner part. I don't know why it's not variegating as much as it was before. Maybe because it needs more light. But look at those heart shapes. It's so pretty. I gotta clean the leaves. But the heart shape is so pretty. Okay, this one over here is a hybrid. This one is EPC 1016, and it is growing well. I believe the flower on this is really, really pretty. And I did buy some of these, not by the shape of the leaves or the color of the leaves, but by the flowers. I was shown the flowers for these, and some of these are just spectacular. I just can't wait for them to flower. Okay, let me go to the next one. This one is the Hoya El Mary, and this one dresses very beautifully. I mean, it comes out like red burgundy, and its dress is so pretty. And I decided to bring it in here because outside, since this is a pond, I can kind of see the level of water that it does get. If I leave it outside, the rain will probably give it some water that I really want to control. So I decided to put it in here, and so far it's got a double trellis and it is growing very nicely. And then this one over here, this one is just really pretty. This one, I believe it's the obovata because of the round shape of the leaves. This one gives out beautiful white flowers. And this is the Hoya obovata Classic, I believe it is. Look at how beautiful that is. So shiny, so pretty. This one's a little heart shaped. I'm not sure why, but most of them are a little bit long. Now, see how the shape is compared to the obovata on this side? This one's really round. So I'm not really sure, but this one comes out really pretty. And then back here, I have the chicken farm, the Hoya chicken farm, and it is growing very nicely. Now, this is really rough. It feels like cardboard. But look at the splash. It's growing very nicely. We do have some growth. It is a slow grower though. And then right in the back, I have some props that I don't know if they are alive or not, except for that fern back there. So we'll see. And then in this one, I'll show you some props that I do have, which is some propagations that I put in sphagnum moss, cover it up, let the humidity do the work, and we'll see how that comes out. Okay, so basically this is the cabinet. The Ikea cabinet, Milsbo tall. I do love it. It is controlled. And you ask me why I have this in Puerto Rico when it is humid here in Puerto Rico. Let me tell you right off the bat. The temperature here can vary from 30 degrees, maybe 40 degrees in one day. Okay. And I don't think most of my plants like that. It is humid, but it can go from 100 to maybe 60 at night. And I want to control the temperature here and keep it constant because, yeah, some of them don't like it. So let me show you a little bit of what I have on the cabinet. And this is one that I bought in Marshall, which I really like. I fell in love with the cabinet. It is white, it is marble, and I plan to put it really nice and pretty. Okay, so this is just an empty pot that I have here that I really liked, and I'm waiting to see what I can plant there. This is a candle. Okay, here I have the Anthurium clarinarium. I'm not very good at anthuriums, okay? Anthuriums need a little bit of colder weather, I'd say, no higher than 80 degrees. And here in Puerto Rico, it does get very hot. So it is not my favorite for clarinariums. I just try to be very careful with my choice. And so far this one is living, but I just don't expect to get any more clarinariums for a while. Okay, now here we have the Philodendron gloriosum. This one is a crawler. Therefore, I have it on a rectangular planter with aeroid mix. Let me tell you a little bit about my aeroid mix. I do have some perlite. I do have some bark. I do have some charcoal. I do put some fertilizer. Oh, look, here's a new plant growing. And there's some two leaves here. Let me move a little bit further back so it won't hit the glass. Okay. Let me see what else I put. I put so many things. Sometimes I put vermiculite. And I do have a formula for the aeroid mix, which I will bring up on one of my next videos so you can have an idea. But that is my recipe of my aeroid mix, and plants seem to love it depending on the type of plant. But yes, the aeroids do tend to like it. And like usual, I have little ornaments which kind of brighten up the little area. Oh yeah. Okay, so my next one, and I think I'll give you a little bit more plants, at least on this side of my plant area, so that we can cut off this video with a little bit more plants besides the Milsbo. Okay, this one right here, we have the Philodendron tortum. I bought this one very little, and actually her necklace fell. I guess it's outstretched. I'll just leave it there. Okay, so yeah, it is growing. I do have new growth right here. And I love this plant. I love it. It looks like a palm tree actually, but it is really nice. I've seen it bigger, and now they're starting to sell them in big box stores, which is very nice. I wouldn't mind getting another one. Actually, I wouldn't. I really do like this plant. Let me show you this other one that I have inside, because it is flowering and I like the smell that it gives within the house. This is the Croniana, simple Croniana, and look at these blooms. Oh wow, they're not super spectacular, but let me tell you something. These blooms are so sweet smelling. I really love them, and it's a prolific. I mean, this one was flowered also. This peduncle, and I really love the smell of this, and it just smells so good inside this house. So yeah, these are the Croniana flowers, bundle of little flowers that the Hoyas usually give. It's usually like a ball. This one is more like a layered floration. But yeah. Okay, so let's get to the last part of this video. Over here, we have this shelf. Let me go to the top. Okay, this one is a Syngonium. This one is I believe this is a good goosefoot Syngonium, because it does have different lobes, and it can go up to, I'd say like maybe 7 lobes, 6 to 7 lobes, and I do like it because it is hanging. And yeah, it's very common here, but I really like it. I don't care whether it's common or not. I don't care if it's common or rare. If I like it, I like it. Okay, right over here, we have the Philodendron Boogie, Jungle Boogie, and I bought this very little, and I do have it getting illumination. You know that the Philodendrons do like a lot of illumination. Don't prefer the direct sunlight, believe it or not, but they do like the illumination. So yeah, it's right beside the window, and it gets light. Most of them are downstairs, but this one I do like putting it here. Okay, then we have over here, this is new. I just put this one over here so I can get some more illumination, being that the Philodendrons do like getting a lot of light. I do have it trying to stick to the moss pole, and this one is the Philodendron White Knight, I believe. I got dead leaf. Yeah, it's dead leaf. Let's see what this one is. This one is, yeah, this is the Philodendron White Knight. So if it doesn't progress as well as I would like, which is already trying to get some moisture from the moss pole, then I will take it downstairs. And that way it will receive a lot more illumination, more of the time, more hours. And then we do have this beauty, which is my baby. This is a Monstera Deliciosa regular. It is so pretty. I really do like how it extends, and I do have it on top of the shelf right beside the window. This is a northeast facing window, and yeah, it likes it here. It does like the ventilation that it gets, and boy, will it get a lot of ventilation. Yeah, and then to finish this area off, we have the Billetii, which is the Philodendron Billetii. Let me see. Here we go. There we go. And I got this really small, and it's still growing, and I really love it. The leaves are rough, and they're pretty. They're simple, pretty, and I like how it extends. So yeah, I'm happy with that one. And I'll show you this other end so we can finish off with this section over here, which is part of the one that's close to the door, and the rain does come in here when I'm not paying attention. Therefore, the walls are a little bit. I need to paint the walls because the water will kind of mess it up. So we do have this Indapsis pictus, which is a propagation. And then I have up here, very nice, starting to grow. And then we have the micans. This one was trailing a lot and really long, so what I just wrapped it up, and it's starting to grow really pretty. The micans is such a pretty plant. It doesn't grow very full, but the leaves are very velvety and yeah, very nice. Very velvety. I do like the micans. Okay, so over here we have the mini Monstera, which is not really a Monstera. This is the Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, and it was yellowish. It was receiving a lot of light, and I moved it inside, and now it's nice. It's growing nice and green, and I just like some illumination, like the Monstera, like the other Monstera deliciosa. Yeah, just received a lot of light from this store, and it's growing very nicely. I'm super happy. I'm super happy. And some have those trailing on the wall, which is really pretty. Okay, I believe this is the Philodendron White Princess. It's not as variegated as the Night, but yeah, this will be moved downstairs with the other philodendrons, which will be another tour, another video. Okay, then we have the Monstera dubia. This one does not grow very big. The leaves are stuck. Most of them are well rooted within the plank. This is more of a plank moss pole, and but the leaves are not as big. I think this is one of the biggest leaves right here, and I'm just waiting for it to grow a little bit bigger. But yeah, I do wrap it around the moss pole, and it's growing nicely, nice and full. Okay, here we have the Monstera Peru. I really do like the beauty of this leaf. What would you call them, abs? I don't know, but they're so pretty. I do like it. It's grabbing very nicely on this moss pole, and yeah, it's one of my favorites actually. It's really pretty, very nice and full. Okay, then we have the Adansonii. This is the Philodendron Adansonii. No, this is a Monstera. I'm sorry. This is the Monstera Adansonii. It's growing, but not as big as I would like it. So yeah, I'm going to see what I can do to get bigger leaves. And yeah, it's sticking on to this moss pole. Okay, then we have in the front, we have, okay, let me see. I do like putting the names on these things, on the plants, because that way I know how to take care of them. Okay, this is an Amydrium medium silver. This one I got at the Byron Pike here in Puerto Rico. And I really do like Byron Pike. It's so pretty. But yeah, it is growing, and it is, I think it's already attached to the moss pole. And the more that gets attached, the bigger the leaves will be. So yeah, look how pretty. And it's a new growth, new leaf. So yeah. Okay, here we have the Philodendron scandens. It does look like the Brazil. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of varieties of the Brazil. And when I looked at it, it looked like the scandens, but it could be just the regular Brazil. So I'll leave it at that. You let me know. Very pretty. And it's starting to variegate a lot better. And the leaves are like this, and then they turn greener. And the variegation turns like a mint green instead of an orange. Look how pretty. I really do like that. And then the last one that we're gonna discuss on this video is one of my favorites actually. It's the Epipremnum Manjula. The Manjula is a pothos. You could say a pothos is an Epipremnum, and it's a round leaf with variegation. Very beautiful variegation, and I really do like this. The Manjula, yeah, I do like it. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. And it's growing very nicely on the moss pole, and I don't know if it's getting bigger. It could be getting bigger, but I have to extend it. So soon I'm going to be doing an extension on this moss pole because yeah, it's running out of space to stick onto. So yeah, that is my collection of, let's just say, the north side of the house, of my living room, and I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you liked this video. If you did, thumbs up, like, and I invite you to subscribe, activate the bell so you can receive notifications when I upload another video. And I hope you liked it, and thanks for supporting this channel. I really appreciate it. I'm sending you your blessings, which they are very accustomed to do here in Puerto Rico, is sending blessings. Blessings to each and every one of you, for you, your family, your pets, and your plants. So have a good day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.